Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to talk about Gunbreaker, man. Gunbreaker got a lot of good changes, man. It's a really fun job. I feel like it still could be a little better. I have a very love-hate relationship with Gunbreaker. The changes they made to Gunbreaker were very, very good, especially the Lionheart combo from Bloodfest. It's really awesome. I wish Bloodfest was 1 minute instead of 2 minutes because it's a really fun combo to use, and it's kind of a bummer that you only get to use it every 2 minutes. But so pretty much for Gunbreaker, man, I play at 2.5. You can also play Gunbreaker at faster skill speeds. It does benefit from skill speed like 2.40, 2.41. I used to play at a faster skill speed, but because all of my gear sets are built for Omni Tank, so because Paladin, it's very bad to play Paladin at faster skill speeds, at least to my knowledge and my experience it is. Like Gunbreaker plays fine at 2.50. I actually, over time, I become accustomed to it, and I'm a big fan of it actually. I also enjoy like 2.40, 2.41, but I play all my tanks at 2.5. If you play at a faster skill speed, that's fine. To a certain extent, it can mess up your rotation, you know, that type of stuff, but there's also benefits. I used to play around like 2.40, 2.41, but they stopped making you fight for uptime and like mechanics like that. So they basically just give you uptime now. And a lot of the mechanics are based around a 2.5 GCD. So as I mentioned in other videos, in the EX Trial 2, there's a part where you get knocked up by a tornado. Well, if you hit your GCD, you'll be knocked up in the air and then you'll land. And as you land, your GCD will come back. And that is because it's 2.5, because it's so slow. So I feel like the fight design, the designers are actually starting to, well, maybe not starting, but they've been doing it for a while. But basically, they're designing things around 2.5 GCD versus a faster GCD. Does that matter? Not too much. Just not like this huge significant damage loss. So I would always recommend playing with the skill speed that you feel the most comfortable. You know, I've said that before. I'm still saying that now. But I would say at least try 2.5 and see how you like it. That's one of the really cool things about this game. You know, you just try a bunch of different stuff with very little. You know, like it's not like a person that plays at 2.40 is going to be like 20% damage loss over the person that plays at 2.5. You know, the game doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, this game is, did you crit? Yes. Okay, you're a winner. Did you crit? No. Then you're a loser. Anyway, so Gunbreaker got a lot of really good changes. Great Nebula is an insane cooldown now. It gives you Thrill of Battle plus 40% damage. So that's 20% HP. It also heals you for the amount that increased. And it also gives you 40% damage reduction, which is insane. Bolide's still Bolide. Corundum is still super good. The biggest change was Bloodfest and the removal of your gap closers. You no longer do Rough Divide, you instead do Trajectory, which is, I preferred Rough Divide better, the animation and I guess the snappiness of it. Trajectory kind of feels slow to me, so maybe that's just me, maybe I'm imagining things. I preferred the animation Rough Divide, but you know, we have Trajectory, so it is what it is. The opener that I use and the rotation of Gunbreaker has pretty much stayed the same. It's just got more forgiving. More forgiving in the sense that you no longer need to enter your 2-minute burst with any cartridges whatsoever. Depending on where you are in your GCD, it is beneficial to enter with at least one, if not all three. So what I have been doing is I still enter with all three, especially on the second pot window, because you're going to want to pot right before your solid barrel so that you get your entire burst plus 2 to 3 extra burst strikes at the very end. That's what I've been doing. I've been seeing pretty good numbers, pretty good results, and everything seems to line up really well. Let's look at the opener. All of these openers will be in the description below and also a command on my channel. So this is the standard opener that I have been using. I like to burn my Bloodfest and No Mercy immediately. The reason for this is because later in the fight, it will make everything line up perfectly. And also, you're not guaranteed to have every raid buff in the party, you know, especially if you have comps like, you know, White Mage, Sage, Machinist, Samurai, you know, Black Mage. Well, Black Mage is supposed to give buffs, so hopefully we'll see that. But anyway, my point being here is that the openers that I use, I do not take all the raid buffs into consideration when I go in here for when I do standard openers. I prioritize activation casts over lining up buffs. So what does that mean? That means that I will burn this early to get in as many Gnashing Fangs as possible, because the more Gnashing Fangs you get in, the better. I will approach it like this, and then when I realize, hey, you can't actually get in an extra usage or activation, I will then go back and readjust what I do slightly based on the fight timing. So like right now, for instance, we only have the 2 EX trials, and if I use this opener, I can get an extra shit at the end of the fight, especially an extra 2-minute window. So it's very, very important right now with current kill times that you want to burn this as fast as possible. That will happen happen in Savage as well. It might not happen week 1, but it will eventually happen. So anyway, so that's kind of my mentality. It's not that I purposely play out of raid buffs or anything like that. It's that I just prioritize activation casts first, and then I'll go back and adjust. And like, you know, for instance, oh, hey, well, you know, in this particular group, in this particular setting, I can't actually get an extra Gnashing Fang, so let me push this back, and I'll use like, you know, like a Brutal Shell here or something, you know, push it back. But anyway, so this is just the standard opener that I've been using, man. It's been really good for me. I've seen really good results. Let's go ahead and use it. Instead of a potion, I'm going to use a Heart of Light because I'm cheap. All right, here it is, boys. We're gambling. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready? Here it comes. Crit number 1. Nope. Crit number 2. Nope. Okay, and here's what we do. So here's this is the most important part of the guide. If this happens to you, this is what I want you to do. I want you to abandon all hope in Gunbreaker. I want you to swap to Warrior, because Warrior, it doesn't have to worry about this fucking garbage where you don't crit. And for some reason, they felt it was a good fucking idea to put an 800 potency followed by a 1000 potency and then a 1200 potency on an ability that doesn't crit. So that's very frustrating. Okay, no, all jokes aside, man. Look, it feels bad when you don't crit. Okay, so anyway, Lionheart feels really good to use, man. The 2-minute window is also really good too. You can basically enter the window with absolutely no cartridges if you choose to. You're going to have 3 extra cartridges that you can sprinkle out throughout your rotation if you choose to. I just want to reiterate one more time. I mentioned this in other videos, but I just want to bring it up again that these are 7.0 basic tank openers and rotations. They're not yet finished and subject to change. They're like 99.9% finished, but you might see like an off GCD or something that is out of place, and just let me know and I'll fix it. But for the most part, this is what your not only opener but 2-minute window will also be like. At 2.5 you can get in 8 GCDs, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At a faster skill speed, somewhere around, I believe, 2.47, you'll be able to get in the 9th GCD. More times than not, the 9th GCD it kind of doesn't matter. Like the 9th GCD is either going to be like it's going to be like a Brutal Shell or something. It potentially could be a solid barrel. It just really depends. I tested a lot of 2.47, 2.46. Both are really good. 2.40 and also 2.41, like I said earlier, is also really good too. I'm not the biggest fan of 2.45, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. I always recommend playing at the skill speed you find the most comfortable, that will lead you to the most consistency. But pretty much like the job just really plays itself, man. It's very, very static in what it does. It does the same thing every minute, you know, every 2 minute. Now though, you will have 3 extra cartridges after the 2 minute, the 4 minute mark. You're going to have 3 extra cartridges from Bloodfest. What does that mean? That means you can use them before the Bloodfest window or after the Bloodfest window. And what I have been doing personally is I have been using them after the Bloodfest window. And for the second potion of the fight, you want to use them after, because you want to pop your potion somewhere around the solid barrel right before you burst. So then that way you're going to be able to get in your entire Bloodfest combo, Bloodfest No Mercy, plus you're going to be able to get in 2 to 3 GCDs of burst strikes. If you have 2.5 GCD, the last time I tried, maybe I was interrupted though, was you cannot finish all 3 burst strikes before finishing your combo, or you're going to drop your combo. So it's important to know that if you're at 2.5, you need to do 2 burst strikes after the 2 minute window and then finish your combo, then do the last one if you choose to. But anyway, man, I've been having a ton of fun with Gunbreaker. I do wish that it would be a 1 minute job, meaning I really wish Bloodfest was 1 minute, because I really like the Lionheart combo, man. It's really fun to do. It's not my favorite animation. Like, I think it looks okay. I like the Viper animations better, but overall, man, all the changes to Gunbreaker are really, really, really good. I enjoy Gunbreaker a lot more in Dawntrail than I did in Endwalker. I would say I enjoy Gunbreaker the most now, even though I don't like how Double Down takes 2 cartridges, and I still don't like how Bloodfest is on 2 minutes. I do like it better than Shadowbringers when it was initially introduced. It's really good now, man. It's really good. It does a lot of damage and it's very tanky. It's a very, very, very good job. And as much as I hate to admit, I'm having a lot of fun with it and I really enjoy it right now. But like I said, I have a couple pet peeves here, but you know, whatever. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it, man. If you want shit done, bring in the gun, you know? Anyway, yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and yo, I'll see you later. Peace.